It took all but 5 seconds of listening to him to know he was up to no good. He stumbled over his words and was trying to tell me a whole story about how he was just a friendly guy looking for any jobs to do in my yard. Something felt off about it and unnatural, so I said no thanks and started shutting the door. But the guy quickly put his hand on it. For a second, he just stared at me, keeping the door open before he let go. I shut and locked it, and after processing what happened, I looked back out the window. He walked down to the sidewalk and disappeared in the rainy fog.
Why is it like kind of
I
lag?
watched for another minute to make sure he'd actually left for good. Then I went back to my movie. The guy was definitely sketchy, but I didn't think he would come back or anything, and would probably just go on to the next house. The rain had picked up over the next hour. I was still in the living room and had started another movie, although I knew I was probably too tired to finish it. My eyes were drifting in and out, but randomly, there was a thump above me that shook me awake. It was just one thump, and was kind of hard to tell how loud it actually was with the rain outside. But what was odd about it was that it was definitely from above me. I got up and walked upstairs, looking for anything fallen over, or even a leak in the ceiling that might have made the house settle a bit. However, I found nothing. It could have been one of the gutters clicking out of place from the heavy rain, or really anything else, so I ignored it. I went back downstairs, and being more awake now, I decided to finish the rest of the movie. By the time I'd finished it and was ready to go to bed, it was nearly 12 a.m. I shut off the TV and went around turning off all the lights downstairs. But as
Chat.
I could feel the temperature drop as I got closer to the top of the
Yes.
steps.
Is it? I don't
Maybe I
know.
was too
It
tired to
doesn't
give
show
it
here.
much thought, but when I got upstairs and started closing each of the doors that I'd opened
Right.
earlier, I noticed something from the
Chat,
corner of one
this
of the
ain't
rooms.
working, bro.
The window was cracked open. I must have stared at it for a whole 10 seconds, thinking how impossible that was, and just being extremely confused. I walked over and looked at it closer. It was one of the windows that had a small roof overhang under it.
Do we
Before
stream?
I closed it, I barely
stream.
could see it on the window seal of what looked like a shoe.
13 viewers, that's crazy,
I
bro.
could feel the blood rush from my
How
face
do we-
as I turned
What the fuck?
around and just listened for a moment.
Bro, I'm lagging.
The low creaking of the house, combined with the rain speckling
Yo,
the
this
roof,
lag is
only
crazy.
made me more unnerved, knowing someone was in my house right
Up
now.
doesn't work.
I began slowly walking, as quietly as I could, back into the hallway. All the other doors were still open, making me feel like someone's eyes
Bro,
could be
oh
watching
my
me
days,
right now through one of the doorways.
I'm in one frame, bro.
I was able to make it downstairs, though, and from there I got my phone and hid in the garage, calling 911. It took 5 minutes for the first
24
officer
view-
to arrive. I heard nothing
Someone
but the
raiding
rain
me,
for
bro?
a long
That's
time.
crazy.
Once I let the officer in, I waited on my porch as about 2 minutes later, I heard him call out upstairs, and
Bruh,
then he came
I'm
down,
lagging, bruh.
holding a guy in handcuffs. I quickly recognized him as the man who showed up on my doorstep earlier in the night, and
That's
he had a
crazy,
terrible look of
chat.
anger as
Yo,
he
can you
passed
hear me,
by
bro?
me and was thrown in the car. Putting all the pieces together,
Free
the
Fire
guy
Rail,
climbed
well,
up onto
welcome
my
to the chat, bro.
roof,
Welcome
which
to
was
the chat.
likely the
What's
cause
good,
of
what's
the
good?
thump I heard hours ago. Then he got in
Yo.
through the second-story window, which I never had thought to even lock.
Wait,
Most disturbing, though, is that the officer said he was hiding in the master bedroom, which I was literally 30 seconds from entering, and maybe even falling asleep, without any idea he was in there. The guy even
I
took
can't
his shoes
expect
off
it.
after climbing in the window to not let his shoe prints show on the
Yeah,
carpet.
bro, you're not lean.
So the fact that I saw the tiny imprint on the window seal
Doing it,
is
but that's
a
me.
miracle.
So yeah.
With him going directly
Yeah,
to my
yeah.
bedroom, his intentions were clearly malicious, and thankfully the judge agreed. It's only been a few months since, but I still
Free
have
Fire real,
sleepless
yo,
nights
that's
where I
crazy.
can't
To
help
be
but
to
Hello.
feel
be
like
serious.
someone is
Yo,
hiding inside my home in the middle of the night.
yo, Free Fire Mail. You wanna watch something else? If you want to,
A
feel
couple
free
years
to
ago, I applied for a temporary job at a local gas station. I was planning to move in 6 months, so I couldn't get anything too permanent, but I still needed to make some cash beforehand. This job paid well, enough to convince me to work the job opening they had for the overnight shift. I would just stay by the register and occasionally
I remember thinking that I was lucky, and I felt a bit of relief.
Wednesday shift that I saw him theirs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Day 2 per job regular maintenance work. This was during my 4th month working there. At some point during this time, I became familiar with a customer that came in pretty frequently. Almost every night, around 1 or 2 a.m., this guy would walk in and buy random things. Sometimes it was household items, or food, or tools. I always thought it was weird because he'd couple things that would be way cheaper and easier to get at any regular grocery store. He didn't talk much either. All I knew was that his name was Dave, and he drove an old red Chevy sedan. He looked like he was maybe 40 to 45 years old. Anyway, one night at the usual 1 a.m. time, Dave pulled in the gas station. No other customers were here. It was just me sitting in the corner, waiting out the time. When Dave walked in, though, there was something different about him. He was dripping in sweat, and he was rushing through the aisles, searching for something specific. When he finally found what he was looking for, he hurried up to the counter and tossed it down for me to ring up.
Yo,
It was a
If
master
you've
lock,
seen this,
like one for
type
locking up a
W's in
bicycle.
the chat.
I really didn't feel like it was a problem,
Get
but
it?
with the guy
Yes.
sweating and
Oh,
being
word
in
for
a
the day by
rush,
Ann. Thank
I
you for
just
the
felt a little
W.
off about
W's in the
this.
chat. Let's go.
It's good
Have
to see you
W's in
again,
the chat.
Dave.
What are your
Did you
banners
get a new
if you
bike?
stand?
I asked in a
Easy.
friendly manner, hoping it would come off as just casual conversation. He didn't even look at me. Instead, he fumbled around for his wallet and
Yo.
started yanking out cash in a hurry.
Oh my God.
I left it at that and just rang him up.
No,
I
why
watched
like
him rush into his car and pull away. Something was definitely weird. But
എന്താ
hey,
പ്രശ്നം അറിയാം മൾട്ടി സ്ട്രീം
he
ആകുമ്പോ
just got a new bicycle and had been riding it around for a couple hours and needed to get back to wherever he parked it so he could lock it up before it was stolen.
അതല്ല
Maybe that's
it's because
but it was the best I could come up with. The rest of the night
എൻ്റെ ഈ
passed
അക്കൗണ്ടില്
by,
വേറൊരു
and
ട്വിച്ച്
so
അക്കൗണ്ട്
did several more days. I didn't see him for almost a whole week,
Right.
which was odd, considering he usually came in every night. It wasn't until my Wednesday shift that I saw him again. It was drizzling outside, so the first several hours went by really slow. I was leaning back in my chair and looking out the window at the rain coming down when his red car pulled into the parking lot. Parked, he got out and rushed inside.
Chat, I'm like, oh my, I think
But
it's
he
gonna
ignored
cry.